Imagine you're standing at the starting line. Your toes are on the paint. Your watch is synced. Around you, 100 other runners are doing the same. But here's the truth nobody tells you. In exactly 12 minutes, your body is going to try to kill you. A 5K isn't a run, it's a biological siege. It's the exact distance where the human body crosses the line from performance into systemic failure. Stick with me, because in this deep dive investigation into human limits, I'm going to show you the exact second your blood turns acidic, why your brain will start lying to you at the 2-mile mark, and the terrifying shutdown protocol your heart uses to keep you from exploding. Plus, if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the central governor theory, the hidden survival mechanism that is currently capping your speed at 60% of what you're actually capable of. The gun is about to go off. Let's get into the pain. Phase 1. The pre-race anxiety. Minutes -10 to 0. Before the gun even fires, your body is already failing. Look at your hands. Are they shaking? That's your sympathetic nervous system dumping a cocktail of norepinephrine and cortisol into your bloodstream. Your body knows what's coming. It's preparing for a fight-or-flight scenario, except there is no lion to fight and nowhere to fly. Your heart rate is climbing to 100, 110, 120 beats per minute while you're standing perfectly still. Your stomach is shutting down. Digestion is a luxury you can no longer afford. Every drop of blood is being diverted to your major muscle groups. But here's the first mystery. Why do some runners feel like they need to vomit before they've even taken a single step? Stick around, because the answer lies in a primitive brain glitch that dates back 10,000 years. Phase 2. The starting gun. 0 to 400 meters. The gun fires. You bolt. For the first 60 seconds, you feel like a god. You're moving faster than you ever have in training. Your heart hasn't caught up to your legs yet, and you're running on anaerobic ATP. This is the adrenaline lie. Your brain is flooded with endorphins that mask the coming storm. You feel light. You feel invincible. But beneath the surface, a disaster is brewing. Your muscles are already burning through their primary fuel source, creatine phosphate. It's like using a nitro boost in a car that has no coolant. And here is the first open loop you need to track. There is a specific chemical byproduct building in your legs right now, hidden in the microscopic fibers of your quads, that will determine if you finish this race or collapse in the grass. We'll get to that at the 3-kilometer mark. Phase 3. The first kilometer. The oxygen debt. You've hit the 1st kilometer marker. The adrenaline lie is over. Suddenly, your breathing becomes jagged. This is the oxygen debt. Your heart is now slamming against your ribs at 180 beats per minute, trying to pump blood that is rapidly losing its pH balance. Why does this feel so much worse than a marathon? Because a 5K is a threshold race. You are running at 95% of your maximum heart rate. At this intensity, your body can't clear lactic acid as fast as it's producing it. You're not just running, you're literally marinating in your own metabolic waste. Your lungs are working at 90% capacity, but it's not enough. Your blood is becoming hypoxic, it's starving for air. As a result, your heart starts to beat even faster, a desperate attempt to move more blood. But this only creates more heat. You are now a heat engine that is starting to melt. Phase 4. The 2nd kilometer. The mitochondrial war. As you pass the 2 km mark, the war moves inside your cells. Your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, are overwhelmed. They can't keep up with the demand for ATP. To compensate, your body switches to glycolysis. It starts tearing apart glucose for energy, but the byproduct is a flood of hydrogen ions. Think of hydrogen ions as microscopic shards of glass. They're literally flooding your muscle fibers, physically blocking them from contracting. This is why your legs feel heavy. They aren't just tired, they are being chemically sabotaged from the inside. But wait, there's something worse happening in your head. Phase 5, the 3rd kilometer, the cognitive revolt. This is where most runners quit, the 3-kilometer mark. Your legs feel like they've been injected with molten lead, but the real battle is in your skull. This is the cognitive revolt. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles logic and long-term planning, is starting to dim. It's trying to save energy for the vital organs. Suddenly, you can't remember your goal time. You can't remember why you paid an entry fee to suffer like this. The only thing your brain is shouting is stop. Wait, do you feel that twitch in your left calf or that sudden sharp pain in your side? That's a phantom signal. Your brain is sending fake pain signals to your limbs to trick you into slowing down. It's a survival mechanism. If you listen to it, the race is over. If you ignore it, you're entering the danger zone. But here's the question. If the brain is trying to stop us, who is actually in control of the race? Stay tuned, because the central governor theory we'll discuss later will change everything you think you know about willpower. Phase 6, the systemic failure. You have 1,000 meters left. At this point, your blood has become so acidic that your enzymes, the proteins that make your body function, are literally stopping. Your coordination is falling apart. Have you ever seen a runner's head start to wobble in the final stretch? That's not just tired muscles. That's the brain losing the ability to stabilize the neck. Your internal temperature is spiking to 102, maybe 103 degrees. You are effectively running a fever. Your kidneys are beginning to restrict blood flow to protect your core. Your skin becomes clammy as your body makes one final desperate attempt to dump heat through sweat. But you're dehydrated. Your blood is becoming thicker. It's becoming like syrup, making it even harder for your heart to pump it through the narrow capillaries of your lungs. You are now in the red line. 1% more of effort, and the system could catastrophically fail. Phase 8, the final 500 meters, the dark room. The world starts to narrow. This is tunnel vision. Your brain has cut off power to your peripheral vision. It has cut off power to your hearing. All you can hear is the rhythmic, wet thumping of your heart in your ears. This is the dark room. It's just you and the pain. There is no crowd, there is no finish line. There is only the next step. But then you see it, the clock, the archway, and something impossible happens. You find another gear. You start to sprint. Phase 8, the finish line, the central governor unleashed. How? If you were empty, if your blood was acid, how did you just find the strength to run a 60-second 400-meter split at the end of a 5K? This is the central governor theory, pioneered by Dr. Tim Noakes. Your brain has been holding back a massive reserve of energy this entire time. It lied to you. It told you you were at 100% when you were actually only at 60%. It was protecting you from heart failure, from organ damage, from death. But when the brain sees the finish line, it realizes that the danger is almost over. It releases that final emergency cachet of glycogen and adrenaline. It lets you burn the house down because it knows the fire department is just 10 seconds away. You cross the line, you stop your watch, and the world goes gray. Phase 9, the collapse, the aftermath. You're on the ground. Your lungs are searing. Every breath feels like you're inhaling broken glass. This is the afterburn. For the next 20 minutes, your body will be frantically trying to pay back the oxygen debt you incurred in the first mile. This is called EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Your heart stays elevated. Your muscles continue to throb as they flush out the acidic waste. You might feel nauseous. That's because your blood is finally rushing back to your stomach, which has been dead for the last 15 minutes. You just put your body through more stress in a quarter of an hour than most people experience in a month. You have micro tears in your muscles, your glycogen stores are empty, and your nervous system is fried. Phase 10, the psychological transformation. So why do we do it? Why do we willingly enter the slaughter? Because for those 15 minutes, you weren't just a person sitting at a desk or scrolling through a phone. You were a biological machine pushed to the absolute point of structural failure. You looked into the dark room and you didn't turn back. But here is the final terrifying thought. If your brain was lying to you at the 5K mark, where else is it lying? What else are you capable of if you learn to hack the central governor? What happens when the race never stops? What happens to the human spirit during a 100-mile death march through the sub-zero temperatures of the Arctic or the 130-degree heat of Death Valley? In my next video, we're looking at the ultra collapse, the point where runners' toenails fall off, their kidneys shut down, and they begin to hallucinate entire civilizations in the dirt. You won't believe what the first organ to actually die during an ultramarathon. Click here to see the dark side of human endurance. Don't look away, you're just getting started. Go watch it now.